Oh, come on in. I'm just starting dinner. We're getting ready to have a little bit of what I call a stovetop casserole. So what we're gonna have is a little green chili chicken rice casserole. But we're gonna cook everything on the top of the stove. We're gonna build it on the stove. And we're gonna stick it into the broiler. First thing I'm gonna do is make some rice. So I'm going to make up traditional Mexican rice. And this is the way I learned to make Mexican rice when I was growing up in Houston. And Mama Garcia would teach me. And we used no measurements. She just dumped everything in there. But the process was the same. But I have measured it all so that you will have the right ratios. Now I'm going to do a double batch on this. So when you see the recipe in the description below, it will be a single batch. But basically, we're gonna saute some onions, garlic, throw in some tomatoes. And I like to do my rice in a non-stick style pan. I just don't like cleaning the starch out of my stainless steelware. So I always like to use it. This is a ceramic pot. It has a high sides to it. So this is really warm. I'm gonna add my onion, get it going. Here's a little garlic. I'm gonna press that in. And I've already done all the prep work for this. So you could probably add about 15 minutes of prep work, opening your cans, chopping your onions, getting your garlic done, your chicken breast prepped, and I'll talk about all that. So this is 1 cup chopped yellow onion, and you can see it's a rough chop. It's not little. Here is our garlic, and I'm pressing it in. And I am using the garlic press for all of this today, just because it makes it a little quicker. We like a lot of garlic flavor in our Mexican style food. And this is a green chili recipe, actually New Mexico style. So we've got this sauteing here. It's gonna just tendency to get a little bit soft there. And while this is frying up, I am going to go ahead and throw in my rice, and it's jasmine rice. I want a little bit of a sticky rice because I am making a casserole, and that'll kind of hold it together. So with our Mexican rice, we always fry it a little bit before we add all of our liquids. So I've got my 2 cups of rice, and we're gonna start frying this up. Now while this is tossing and frying, I'm gonna add a little bit of my seasoning to this, so it can start blooming as well. And you can see it's getting coated good there. And basically what I'm going to add to this is my Mexican seasoning, which has all my chili powders in it we talked about before. It's got ancho chili, New Mexico chili, California chili. It's got powder, my onion powder, everything's in here. So I'm gonna add about 1 good teaspoon of this in there, maybe a teaspoon and a half. There you go. And it's ready to go. I always keep this mixed up and in the cabinet. So it goes right here. And we're gonna stir this around. I'm gonna add some salt to it. And now I will be cooking this in chicken stock. So it's going to take me at least 4 cups of chicken stock. My Rotel tomatoes, and these were canned Rotel tomatoes. Now I took them out of the can, put them in the strainer, smashed them till all the juice came out. So I'm just gonna toss this around. Now this would be the same rice I would make for any dinner that I might be having that I want Mexican rice with. Enchiladas, tostadas, tacos. This is my rice recipe. But we're gonna use it for the base of our casserole. So there we go. I think that's really good. I think we're good to go. So now I'm going to go ahead, and I have in here 4 cups of chicken stock. And then this is the juice from the can of Rotel. I ended up with approximately a half a cup, which is fine. I'm gonna dump that in there too. Now, I would tell you that Mama Garcia when she made her rice, she would not use Rotel because she would always make fresh salsa every day. And the fresh salsa, she would put a good half a cup in her rice. It would just go straight in. But I don't make fresh salsa, so this is the closest thing I have to it. So then what we're going to do is bring this to a good boil. Once it comes to a good boil, I will turn it down and let it simmer about 15 minutes. It's probably gonna take. So we'll add the lid, and if you notice, my lid has a little steam hole there. I don't like the steam hole, so I will be covering that up, and we're gonna move this to the back burner so it can do its thing back there while we're starting our sauce up here. And then, here we go. And this is going on my little steam hole right there. Okay, I can hear the rice boiling, so I want to give it a go. So we'll take this off. And look, take a quick look. Yep, we're boiling good. I'm going to give it a good stir, make sure it's all getting broke up and not, see, it's already getting sticky. So I want to make sure I break it up good, get it well coated in the juice. There we go. That looks perfect. Now I'm going to, this time, we put the lid on it and then we turn it down very low, simmer. So now I'm going to add my little bit of oil to this skillet here. And this is to brown off our chicken and start our fond. So let's talk about this chicken. This is a thin sliced chicken breast. It's a whole chicken breast. It included the tenderloin. So then it's going to have the ligament that runs through the middle. So I don't like the ligament that runs through the middle. I don't think anybody likes to eat that, and it sure makes your chicken cook funny. So I always cut it out. So then I cut it out. I've got 4 small pieces of chicken breast here. Actually, I think I have 6, 7, maybe 6 pieces of chicken breast here. And then all the little tenderloins that I cut off, they're all in little chunks over here. So, and it all has all been coated in flour, salt, and Mexican seasoning. Now, I really want to have a good fond built up to develop my sauce, and I want a lot of sauce. So that's why we're doing it in the iron skillet. And I'm gonna turn this down because my skillet's already getting hot. My oil is starting to shimmer, and we're going to go in and we're going to put all these chicken breasts down. That sounds like we've got chicken breast. All right, we're starting to brown. I'm going to turn that one over. And we're going to flip that one, and I'm probably going to, yep, we're going to take this one out. I'm going to take that one out. Now, I know these aren't done, but they will be done when we get ready to finish the sauce. Now, if you will notice, all of this that's stuck to the bottom of the pan is fond. What this crustiness on the chicken is also fond. So it will, all of it will dissolve into the sauce. It's very concentrated flavor. That is fond. There we go. Coming out. Take that out too. Let's see how this one looks. Ooh. Now see, all of that juice will make fond. Let them get good and brown. And that is why it's very important to have a good skillet that you can make fond on. A good stainless steel, a cast iron. It will not happen on your non-stick surface pans and pots. Okay, now these pieces are nice and crispy. They've built fond. The pan still has fond in it. I'm going to turn my flame way down. I want to let it cool down a little bit. And then I'll come back and start sauteing my onion and my garlic. Okay, so we've got our chicken over here. It's ready. The next thing I'm going to drop down in my skillet is, of course, my onions. This is about a half an onion, a yellow onion, and it is a finer dice. Okay. I'm going to let those saute up. Oops. And I've got 3 garlics over here. Now this is a green chili sauce. It's green chili with lots of garlic. We like lots of garlic in ours. And I don't want my chili, my garlic to burn. So I'm gonna have to be really quick with it. I just wanna get a quick bloom on it, and then I'm going to toss in my green chilies. And my skillet was a little dry, so I did add a little bit more, about a tablespoon of oil. Our rice should just about be done. It's been about 15, 18 minutes on the rice. Just want that to bloom up a bit. And then here goes our Mexican seasoning again. We're going to let this bloom up a bit. And of course we're building more upon. Here we go. I think we're good there. And I may have to add some more oil to this. There's our rice, so we can take our lid off. And that'll be good because I am going to need this lid for my skillet in a minute. Oh yeah, that looks really good. I'm gonna turn the flame off from underneath and let it sit for a minute, then we can fluff it all up. That looks really good. Now we're going in with 2 10-ounce cans of chopped green chili. So the next thing I got here is our flour. This is gonna be a little bit of a thickener. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of flour across here, and we're going to fry that. And if I don't have enough oil, I will add some. So here we go. I'm going to fry it right into the chili. It's going to absorb the juice. It's going to make our little paste. And you just need to do it a couple minutes. Let it go, let it spend some time so it burns the pasty taste out of the flour, so you're actually cooking the flour. Yes, you're actually frying flour. It smells really good. All right, now we're going in with our broth. And I want a lot of broth. So I've got 4 cups of chicken stock here, and it's going in. And I'm going to saute this up, and we're going to break up all that fond all over the bottom of the pan. And the green chilies are in there, and it's going to start cooking this down. And that is exactly what we want. And now we're going to go in with the rest of it. I'm going to turn this up a little bit because I want a nice little simmer on this. Okay. And here's the rest. Now I'm going to add my lid back. And I'm using my lid from over here because I don't need it there anymore, but I need it here. So that's going to help hold some heat in so we can get a simmer on it. And it will be simmering. Most of my cast iron did not come with lids. Sometimes you can get them with lids, very seldom anymore. So I have to make do. I have several lids that I keep in the cabinet. They do not have a pan to go with them, but they actually fit my cast iron, so I saved them for that purpose. So we're gonna let this come to a simmer, a good simmer. Looks like we're really getting a boil on, and that's what I wanted. Now I'm gonna turn my fire down a little bit. And we're going to let this cook down with the chicken in it and let it just reduce. So our chicken is going in. And all the bits go back in. And all the little juice goes back in. We're going to stir this up a little bit. We're going to put the lid back on it, and we're just going to let it cook. Our chicken's been simmering now for 8 minutes. I'm going to take the lid off. We're going to let it continue to simmer. The sauce will continue to reduce down. Our rice is ready, but I do want to taste it and see how we are. Make sure we don't need anything. It looks very yummy at this point. Put a little bit in there so I can have a taste. See if I need to salt it, add more seasoning, more Mexican, more cumin, whatever it is I think it might need. Oh, it's spicy. That's really good. I do think it needs a little salt, an extra dash of Mexican seasoning. There we go. Looks like more than a dash, huh? Oh well. I'm gonna add some black pepper because I think red chilies and black pepper go really well together. And here's a little extra salt, and that's about a half of a teaspoon. Get my stir. We're gonna stir this up. I'm thinking my chicken is ready. I just want this sauce to reduce down a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and start building my casserole dish. I'm gonna put the rice in. We're gonna put the chicken on the top while the sauce is continuing to simmer down. Now here's my casserole dish. It has been well buttered. I'm going to put the rice in, spread it around so I've got a nice layer across the bottom. Let's see if I can pick this up without making a mess. There we go. All going in. And spread this all out. All right. So now I'm going to put my chicken across here. And I'm just going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to lay it on top. And my sauce is getting thicker. You can see it is. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. And look how thick that is getting now. It is really coming along just like we wanted. All righty. It's all going on. And the whole goal is that the sauce gets down into the rice, all over the chicken. Now you could stop right there and be done, but we're not going to. I'm going in with my Monterey Jack, and I'm just going to sprinkle it right over the top. There we go. And here's a couple little dabs of sour cream going in. There we go. I am going to stick this under the broiler. Now that looks so yummy. Under and up. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll bring it over here. I'm going to slide it right onto this plate. And there we go. And then I'm going to add to this just a dab of sauce. A dab of sauce all the way around. And a dollop of sour cream. And there we are. Our stovetop casserole. Chili chicken rice casserole. I can't wait to dive in. I'm just trying the rice. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm gonna get me a little piece of chicken out of here. It is not hot. It is very spicy, but it is full of spice, not heat. But I'm worried this heat could build on you, so you better be careful. But let's go for a piece of chicken. That is creamy green chili goodness. This is so warm and cozy. You're gonna love this. Your family's gonna love it. And look how easy it was. What it would take? 15 minutes on the rice, 10 minutes on the chicken and the sauce. Put it all together, stick it in the broiler. You can have it done in less than 40 minutes with your prep. So good. All right. See you next week. Bye.